Todd Chrisley's 5 children, everything to know. For reality TV personality Todd Chrisley, family is everything. The star of the USA Network reality series Chrisley Knows Best is the father of 5 children, Lindsie and Kyle Chrisley, whom he welcomed with his first wife, Teresa Terry, and Chase, Savannah and Grayson Chrisley, whom he shares with his current wife and co-star, Julie Chrisley. While the Chrisleys have had their fair share of controversies, the family patriarch continues to put fatherhood first. It's always hard when you have uncomfortable, unfortunate situations occur in your life, the reality star told People in 2014. But the family is all good, we're all very blessed. In June 2022, Todd and Julie were convicted of bank fraud and tax evasion. A federal judge sentenced Todd to 12 years in prison and 16 months probation, while Julie received 7 years in prison and 16 months probation. The couple reported to prison on Jan. 17, 2023, and roughly 8 months later, their sentences were reduced. On an episode of their podcast, Chrisley Confessions, Todd and Julie shared that while the situation has taken a toll on their family, they're continuing to put up a united front. As a family, we are still united and standing firm in our positions and in our faith. We don't waver in our faith, said Todd. Now listen, are we disappointed? Are we hurt? Yes, but we know that God has a purpose for everything. In August 2023, People confirmed that the Chrisley family is teaming up with Scout Productions for a new untitled reality series that will document the family's legal dramas. We couldn't have found better partners in Scout Productions, Savannah said. Their ability to balance popular culture and empathy through authentic storytelling is unrivaled, and I know they're going to find the right home for this next chapter of our lives. Keep reading for a breakdown of Todd Chrisley's 5 children. Todd welcomed his first child, daughter Lindsie, with his ex-wife Teresa Terry. Lindsie was born on Sept. 17, 1989, in South Carolina, and graduated from Georgia State University with a degree in marketing in 2012. That same year, Lindsie married Will Campbell and the newlyweds welcomed a son, Jackson Campbell. The pair later announced their divorce in 2021. Lindsie appeared in the first 5 seasons of Chrisley Knows Best but became estranged from the family after her father was accused of tax evasion and bank fraud. In 2021, Todd told People TV's Reality Check that he believed Lindsie had been a catalyst for the investigation, and alleged that she spread negative stories about the family through various media outlets. Shortly after Lindsie announced her divorce, Todd told People TV's Reality Check that he wanted the best for his daughter, but didn't foresee reconnecting with her. The hurt is still there, he admitted, and I think the hurt will always be there. But I'm not looking to intrude in Lindsie's life. We're leading a very full life, and I wish nothing but the greatest joys and blessings for Lindsie and for Jackson. In 2022, however, Todd and Lindsie reconciled amid Lindsie's divorce. Later that year, the Chrisley family came together for the first time to discuss Lindsie's years-long estrangement. Lindsie joined Todd and Julie as well as her sister, Savannah, on an episode of Podcast One's Chrisley Confessions to discuss the family fight that became publicized. In June 2023, Lindsie revealed that she and her ex-husband, Will Campbell, were both seeing new people. The following month, Lindsie's boyfriend, Trent, made his debut on her Instagram. She and Trent eventually called it quits in January 2024. Lindsie is taking time to process the events that unfolded and focusing on healing to be the best version of herself, a source told People. There was no cheating involved in the decision to split. She did not end her relationship to reconcile with her ex-husband. Kyle Chrisley is Todd's second child with his ex-wife, Teresa Terry. He was born on Aug. 29, 1991, in South Carolina. While Kyle appeared in Season 1 of Chrisley Knows Best, he was absent from subsequent seasons after he became estranged from his father. Kyle has a daughter, Chloe, who is under the care of Todd and Julie and has regularly appeared on the reality show over the years. In April 2021, he married his fiancée, Ashley Nelson, in St. Augustine, Florida. Although he had long been estranged from his father, Kyle spoke out after Todd and Julie were indicted on charges of tax evasion in 2019. Not only did he show his support for his father, but he walked back previous claims he made about Todd's financial situation, saying he had lied due to drug addiction. I can't take it back, so I'm telling you now, with a clear mind, my mom and dad have done nothing wrong. Kyle wrote in a Facebook post in which he also said he was no longer estranged from his father. Today, I am sober. I am working, and I am at a good place in my life. I just want to fix what I've done wrong so that I am able to forgive myself. In the 2021 season finale of Chrisley Knows Best, Todd received a call from Kyle, who wanted to meet up with his father. I was expecting Kyle to call because my mother said she had given him my number, but expecting someone to call and then someone actually calling is a whole different thing, Todd said in a confessional during the episode. And I'm not going to lie, hearing Kyle's voice over the phone, it causes me to become very emotional. In December 2022, Chloe's mother, Angela Johnson, spoke with TMZ about her plans to go back to court and get Chloe back home. Jessica Doyle, the Chrisleys' family attorney, told People that Johnson's public statements are simply not legally correct or even valid. I handled the formal adoption of Chloe by Todd and Julie Chrisley. Angela Johnson's parental rights were terminated when she voluntarily surrendered her parental rights to Todd and Julie Chrisley on March 24, 2017, explained Doyle. She has had no contact with the minor child since 2015. On March 13, 2023, Kyle was arrested for aggravated assault by the Smyrna Police Department in Tennessee. According to a press release obtained by People, he got into a physical altercation with the supervisor at his place of employment, Penske Truck Rental, and allegedly brandished a fixed blade. The following day, Kyle voluntarily appeared for booking procedures related to the active criminal warrant. He was then transported to the Rutherford County Adult Detention Center and his bond was set at $3,000. Chase Chrisley is Todd's oldest child with his wife, Julie, and was born on June 1, 1996, in South Carolina. He has appeared on the family's reality series Chrisley Knows Best, and, beginning in 2019, starred in the spin-off series Growing Up Chrisley with his sister Savannah. In 2020, Chase launched his own line of luxury candles, the Chase Chrisley Collection. Chase opened up about growing up in the spotlight while speaking to People in 2020. "It definitely changed our lives entirely," he said. "It forced us to grow up fast. I know I've made my fair share of mistakes, and learning how to bounce back and just grow from each mistake. It's a little bit different because every time we screw up it's in the public eye." As for this love life, Chase started dating Emmy Metters in early 2020. They briefly split in 2021, only to reconcile in April 2022. Chase contemplated proposing to Metters during Season 3 of Chrisley Knows Best after she told him that they would need to be engaged before she moved in with him. He even purchased a diamond engagement ring before his mom suggested the pair weren't quite ready for marriage. On Oct. 5, 2022, Chase proposed to Metters at First Horizon Park in Nashville, Tennessee. The reality star rented out the 12,000-seat stadium and had 175,000 rose petals laid on the field in the shape of a heart. It was the perfect night, Chase, who presented Metters with a 3.5-carat oval diamond ring, told People at the time. "There's no doubt I want to spend the rest of my life with Emmy. We can't wait to build a family together." The couple were engaged for 9 months before they split in July 2023. The breakup news came just months after Chase's parents began their prison sentences. Todd and Julie were convicted of bank fraud and tax evasion in November 2022. Chase directly addressed his parents' sentencing for the first time in December 2022. "I don't know the public an explanation. I don't need to explain how I feel to anybody other than the people that I care about and that I love," he said on Savannah's podcast, Unlocked. "Obviously, what we have been going through is hell. It is a terrible, terrible situation. But I have to try and find the good, even in the darkest time." Savannah Chrisley was born to Todd and Julie on Aug. 11, 1997, in Atlanta, Georgia. She moved to Nashville to attend Lipscomb University but later transferred to and graduated from Belmont University. In 2015, she was crowned Miss Tennessee Teen USA at age 17. Savannah has appeared on the family's reality series Chrisley Knows Best as well as the spin-off series, Growing Up Chrisley, with her brother Chase. In 2019, Savannah got engaged to her boyfriend, professional hockey player Nick Kurdiles, but the pair ended their relationship in 2020. 3 years later, Kurdiles died in a motorcycle accident. "You left such a mark on this world and it's so empty without you," Savannah wrote on Instagram following his death. "I am so sad and so numb. I don't want to believe it. I am and will always be a better person because I knew you, because I loved you and was loved by you." Savannah has spoken out about her parents' legal challenges, sharing on Instagram that she is grateful in a weird way for the storm her family faced. After her parents reported to their respective prisons in January 2023, Savannah took custody of her brother Grayson and Chloe Chrisley, Kyle's daughter whom Todd and Julie adopted. "I have to be a positive role model for Chloe and Grayson," she said on her podcast, Unlocked. "No matter how hard it gets, I have to show up." In February 2023, Savannah visited Todd in prison for the first time. She later told her podcast listeners that it gave her so much hope and restored strength. "This isn't the end," she said. "And I know that they're going through what they're going through for us to make a difference, for us to make a change. Because whether this appeal works or not, they're still coming out with the story." A couple of months later, Savannah teased her upcoming tell-all book. She described the book as true, authentic, heartfelt, laughter, sadness, mistakes, growth, Jesus. In September 2023, a source confirmed to People that Savannah is dating Robert Shiver, an ex-football player who survived his ex-wife Lindsie Shiver's alleged plot to murder him. Grayson is Todd and Julie's youngest child and was born on May 16, 2006, in Georgia. As seen on his Instagram account, the 17-year-old loves playing sports, particularly baseball. Grayson appeared on all 10 seasons of Chrisley Knows Best and played himself in the 2016 film Sharknado 4, The Fourth Awakens. In December 2022, he opened up about his dislike for his family's reality series on Savannah's podcast, admitting he'd never even seen an episode of the show. "I don't think it's interesting," Grayson said. He went on to say that he didn't really have a choice when it came to filming when he was younger. In a July 2022 episode of Chrisley Confessions, Todd opened up about Grayson's difficulty staying positive amid the family's legal battles. "Grayson is the sweetest child and has the most tender heart," he said. "When you have someone that has a heart like Grayson in a world like where we live right now, you have to be very careful with someone that is that sensitive. Because the world doesn't care if his feelings are hurt." Just days before his parents were sentenced to prison on Nov. 21, 2022, Grayson was involved in a serious car accident. The Metropolitan Nashville Police Department told people that the teenager was injured after driving into the back of a stopped vehicle. Todd shared additional details about the accident on Chrisley Confessions. "A highway patrol was there. Traffic was lined up for miles and miles. Car was totaled," he said. "I remember looking at Grayson on that stretcher in the back of that ambulance and him crying and the police stopping to talk to me before they took me to him. And all I could think of was thank you God because he is alive and crying." In January 2023, after his parents reported to their respective prisons, Grayson had a breakdown. "He's trying to process my parents and the situation that they're in and how that's not the image that he wants to have of them," Savannah said on her podcast, Unlocked. "Grayson is 16 years old. There's so much growth going on with him right now. And it breaks my heart to know that my parents are missing out on that." Grayson later admitted that flying back and forth to visit his parents in prison has made him bitter. "It's not that I don't want to go, but I'm also 17, he said on Savannah's podcast, Unlocked. "It's also hard because tell you gotta live your life. And then when you don't go, you still feel bad even though they said that, even though you know they understand."